Naranasan mo ba ang hapis, lalo na sa panahon ng ganitong sitwasyon? Dito natin masasaliksik halaw sa ika-4 na salita mula sa ating Panginoong Hesus. Sabi sa Ebanghelyo ni San Mateo, Kabanatang 27, talatang 45 at 46. Mula sa tanghaling tapat hanggang sa 3 ng hapon ay nagdilim sa buong lupain. Na mag-3 ng hapon, sumigaw si Jesus, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. Ibig sabihin, Diyos ko, bakit mo ako pinabayaan? Ang kahulugan ng ika-4 na salita ng hapis. Gaano natin madarama ang hapis na galing sa ating Panginoon? Kung makikita po natin, sari-saring hapis, lungkot at pangamba, tila parang sinasabi natin iniwan tayo ng Diyos. Tila sinabi natin pinabayaan tayo ng Panginoon. Alam niyo po, natatandaan ko during COVID pandemic, hindi tayo pinabayaan ng Diyos. Bakit kamo? Sapagkat mayroon pa rin siyang awa at habag. Habag na nagkukubli sa bawat isa. Habag na patuloy na maranasan ang kapanatagan, at habag na patuloy na may padama ang tunay na diwa. Kaya nung naghihirap ang Panginoon sa krus, tila sumigaw nang may pagkahapis ang Panginoon. Napakiramdam niya ay parang iniwan siya ng Ama. Diyos ko, bakit mo ako pinabayaan? Pinabayaan ba tayo ng Diyos sa ganitong sitwasyon? Pinabayaan ba tayo ng sari-saring panahon? Iniwan ba tayo sa lahat? Ang sagot ay hindi. Bakit kamo? May pangako ang Panginoong Diyos. Hindi niya tayo iiwan, hindi niya tayo pababayaan. Kapatid, friendship, ka-prayer partner at katuwang, alalahanin natin ang ating Diyos ay tila nahahabag sa kalagayan ng kanyang anak na si Jesus. At sa sobrang hapis na kanyang nadarama, ay tila naghihinagpis ng gusto. Hinagpis na di kayang sukatin ng anumang klaseng salapi. Ito'y halaw sa mga bagay na hindi ka nais-nais sa Kanya. Kapag tinupad natin ang mga pangako ng Diyos, tsak, tayong lahat ng mga umiibig sa Kanya ay patuloy na gagabayan at sasamahan. Tumulog tayo sa ating Panginoon. Sa ngalan ng Ama, ng Anak, at ng Espiritu Santo. Amen. Aming Diyos na nasa langit, tunay nga na Ikaw nagsabing, hindi mo kami iiwan, hindi mo kami pababayaan. Nalalaman po namin na sa panahon ng kagipitan, hindi mo kami pinababayaan. At sa pamagitan ng iyong awa at habag, ipinadama mo na nariyan ka. Ipinadama mo ang iyong pagmamahal. Ipinadama mo pa rin na patuloy mo kaming gagabayan. Salamat, Panginoon, sa ngalan ni Kristo Jesus, sa ngalan ng Ama at ng Anak at ng Espiritu Santo. Amen at Amen.
The fourth word of Jesus on the cross. My God, why have you forsaken me? This word of Christ has so much impact in my life. I am Coach Anjo. I am married with 3 kids. Being a wife and a mother was a challenge for me before I have known God better. Before, I was very worldly, meaning I was too focused on material things, myself, and my own ability. Frustrations, heartaches, and more have controlled my life, my decisions and actions, everything. So much of these have affected my marriage. My husband and I would always have fights, misunderstandings, and all. That I always would avenge myself from getting emotionally hurt. I always react negatively on difficult situations. Getting out of the marriage was, I thought, the only solution for me to be happy, thinking that things will be better if we are apart from each other. With all the heartaches and frustrations, our marriage vows were forgotten. We have dealt things in our own selfish way and our own ability, selfishly praying for my own sake. At the height of pandemic, I was diagnosed with cancer. 6 months after, my husband was also diagnosed with the same cancer that I have. But before the pandemic, we were already trying to fix things between us. But it was so difficult that I would rather give up than go through this situation until we both had cancer. The cancer made us physically ill, but it made us spiritually healed. Because during our journey with cancer, we have learned so much about life, relationship, and most importantly, we knew God better. Now I can testify that God allows difficulties, challenges in our lives not to feel abandoned, forsaken, or punished from our mistakes, but to dwell in Him. Because with our own ability, we can just change things the way we want it to be. He allows these things to happen to better ourselves and to know how great is His love and mercy towards us, that He always gives us chances to live a life centered towards Him, because He alone is the only way, the truth, and the life. Accepting God in our lives now have changed so much. So much have changed in our lives because we have accepted God and we made Him the center of our lives. We are healed not just physically, but most especially, we are healed spiritually. All along, God has never forsaken us or left our side during our journey. Now, whatever challenges and difficulty we face in our marriage life, family life, we know that it's God's way of letting us realize that He is with us, that we can dwell in Him in times of difficulty, to change us to a better version of ourselves and to live a life that He wanted us to have. My journey has proven me that God only wants the best for us because He loved us so dearly. Thank you, and may this journey of mine inspire you to accept challenges as way of God's improving us, improving ourselves, and proving that God is always here with us and never will forsake us.
friendship, ka-prayer partner, katuwang.
Damang-dama ni Jesus ang hirap at lusa na kanyang naranasan